My wife told me she hadn't been happy in years on the same night I was about to surprise her with the trip I had been planning for 8 months. She said it at the kitchen table on a Friday night with a glass of wine she hadn't touched, and the specific stillness of someone who had been rehearsing. I had the printed itinerary in my jacket pocket. 14 days in Italy, 8 months of secret planning, the hotel in Positano she had pointed out on Pinterest 3 years ago, the cooking class in Florence, the restaurant in Rome that took 4 months to get a reservation. I had told her we were going to dinner. The envelope was supposed to come out after dessert. It stayed in my pocket the whole night. She talked for 2 hours. Not angry, not cruel, just honest in the devastating way that people are when they have finally decided to stop protecting you from the truth. She said she felt invisible. That somewhere in the last few years we had become two people sharing logistics instead of a life. That she loved me but had stopped feeling it in the way that actually counts. I sat across from her and listened and said almost nothing. At some point, I reached into my pocket and put the envelope on the table between us. She looked at it without touching it, asked what it was. I told her to open it. She read the itinerary slowly, the hotel, the cooking class, the restaurant. I watched her face move through something complicated, gratitude and grief arriving at the same time, which is one of the cruelest combinations a face can hold. She looked up and said, "Why didn't you do this sooner?" Not as an accusation, as a genuine question. And I didn't have an answer that was good enough, because the honest answer was that I had been planning a grand gesture instead of showing up daily, and she had needed the daily, and I had given her the gesture and called it love. We went to Italy. I want to be honest about that. We went because we both understood the trip wasn't the point anymore and maybe never had been. Some of it was beautiful. Some of it was two people trying to find each other across a distance that hadn't closed yet. We're still together, still trying. Some days it feels like enough, and some days it doesn't. But I think about that envelope on the table constantly, about how I had been so focused on the moment I was building toward that, I missed every ordinary moment she needed me to show up for. She didn't need Italy. She needed me to notice her on a Tuesday.